to the car and go there.
You want to make?
And I pick us up here.
So let Fred go home.
We lost one. It's a long trip back, the hallway coming back.
You guys didn't eat the
Got
cake?
distracted
while
and
we
then
were
there's
gone?
a couple of open
Did
doors.
you offer the cake to them?
Not yet.
You missed, I said I'm impressed, it is much bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we publicly stated, we would not be
I
outdone
know,
by
I
the
Are we
cake.
delivered.
on or off
You
here?
delivered on the promise, I was
Mike gets
impressed.
the credit
Are
for
we
that. He's
on
the-
or off here?
We're on. We're on. Wow.
There should be.
That
I'll
quiets things down.
I'll make a comment in private later.
At 10:43, we are back in regular session.
My imagination.
Yes.
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 All right, we'll continue with the new business.
Okay, I have a supplement to the permanent appropriation for the general fund, 2015, putting $175,000 into the transfers out. When I get to the next resolution, I'll explain.
Okay, good.
I have a resolution authorizing a fund transfer be made to the capital projects fund, moving the $175,000 from the general fund to the capital projects fund. This is to move the money in anticipation for the not to exceed $100,000 for the museum. The public safety building had their main upstairs unit air conditioner go out, and that's going to be $10,000, which I think these are in the following resolutions. And we did put a little, because all of our contingency money in 215 we've used on projects so far, and since we're just putting money in place to cover the ones that we have, and we're putting a little bit in there just to cover, because it's only June, and we've got until December for any problems or projects, so.
I didn't think we were ready to appropriate the funds for the museum, and we're not talking about putting 100,000 in.
But
You
when we get the grants or whatever back, it will get paid into this fund. So basically, we're just fronting it, but if we don't use this, then it stays. We don't have to spend this, but we need to get it in place to get any of the contracts done, to get Palmer's contract put in place for just the estimates that they're gonna do and the work they're gonna do. And we just used your figure of potentially not to exceed. We may have to increase it, or once we get a final price, we can decrease it.
Okay, so if we get the foundation and the Tiffin Charitable Foundation, if they contribute 50, 60, 70 towards it, then we won't need the whole 100,000.
Yes,
And then that
correct.
could go back to the general fund then.
Yes,
Okay, but this gives you now funds available to be able to hire Palmer, to be able to get some specs so we can get it out for bid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you.
And they're working on that now already.
yes, they are. Yep, we signed the contract, but we had to put the money in place for it. So that would be one of the next one. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the capital projects fund. This is to put the $100,000 into the museum line and $10,000 into the public safety building line for a total of $110,000. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the Seneca VIR guardrail fund, putting $544,350 into the guardrail fund. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations to the Seneca County Road 10, County Road 35, County Road 61 resurfacing fund, putting $2,370,050 into the resurfacing fund. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the Ohio Peace Officer Training Grant Fund, putting $1,000 into training. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriations for the Community Housing Improvement Program, putting $105,750 into WSOS administration, $52,600 into home building repair, $270,150 into private rehab, $6,000 into rental repair, $42,000 rental assistance, $22,000 into homeowners assistance, $1,000 into fair housing program, $500 into supplies for a total of $500,000. This is what she's got listed as the projects. I have a resolution authorizing an appropriation adjustment within the Sheriff's Community Corrections Grant Fund, moving $27.35 for Medicare to hospitalization, $1,065.78 from contract services to salaries, and $712.62 from PRS to salaries, for a total moved $1,805.75. And that is the last resolution I have.
Yep, it's the other one we've already done. Do I have a motion?
So moved. So moved.
Second.
Motion and the second to adopt resolutions as presented. Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Kushner,
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller,
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy.
Yes, all approved. Thank you. All right. We can do public comment at this time. We do have need for one more executive session, which will not require action after. That is for personnel. So at this time, do we have any public comments? I see a couple of hands.
I got a question relative to the leadership teams. I saw it in the paper where the city had 3 reps and the county 1 and the judges 2. If I remember right, you said that the city would only have 1 vote, and amongst those 3, would that be the way it would be?
Yes, yeah, there's 3 in the city, but they can only get 1 vote.
Okay,
2 of the judges, but they can only get 1 vote.
okay,
1 commissioner, 1 vote. So we're
Okay.
all equal in this process.
okay, so, okay, I see a little problem here. What if the 2 judges don't agree? Did they get a half a vote?
We're gonna let them duke it out. Whoever gets the bigger gavel's gonna win. No, I don't. They really have 1 vote. I mean, they're gonna have to come to,
Okay, yeah, but I just, what if they totally disagree?
This is a very, very precarious situation, and I don't know how it's quite gonna turn out.
Yeah,
We had a meeting, several meetings, but the latest one is when we came up with this configuration. There was some negotiating back and forth about it. But you're correct. If we get unanimous votes on everything, that will mean total cooperation. But, it's possible we won't. And we basically have hit the reset button on this. And so let's try to do this thing with a clean slate and go forward. So it's hard to say what might happen in the future. You can't forecast that. But this is the result of people saying this thing is bigger than individuals. We're going to do what's best for the citizens of both Tiffin and Seneca County. And we believe that the best thing to do is build a joint justice center. And so we're going to give it one more try. And this is rather than do things the same way over again, which we know what that defines, we're going to try to do things a little bit differently and hopefully come up with a better result.
Okay, I got another question then. What, as far as the city court is concerned, is Fostoria going to be eliminated as a source for a city court? In other words, they're still going to have it, and why didn't the city of Fostoria have any say in this? What, don't they have any say in it at all?
I think it's a matter of that, I can't explain the municipal court funding mechanism, but I think it's a majority of that court is Seneca County. A majority of Fostoria is Seneca County, we know that. And I think it's a matter of the funding. I think they probably get a limited monies from Wood and Hancock County for municipal court, as they get some monies from us, but
It's the same judge.
it's one judge, and same judge that does, it was combined by the state legislations, Tiffin, Fostoria Municipal Court.
Yeah, but in other words, but just because they maybe get some funding from Wood and Hancock County, shouldn't they still have some say in what?
Well, they do.
They'll still have their facility there.
They do have the
This is the
say in
facility
that
here.
the executive of that court is Mark Rupp. And therefore, he is the person that
Is he gonna be
speaks
one of
for
the
that
judges
court.
on this? Is he gonna be one of the 2 judges?
Pardon me?
Yes.
Is he
Yes.
one of
That
the
is,
2
that
judges?
is my understanding as we stand today.
Okay, well, I just wanna see,
Yeah,
because I see, you see Fostoria
Right.
sitting
Well,
over there
it's
with no
valid.
representation.
Yeah, and like I said, he still plans to hold court over in Fostoria as he does now. It's just that his facility here is now gonna be with us together versus a separate building from us when he's in Tiffin.
Yeah, it's a valid point.
That's why I was
That's a good
wondering. I
point.
know they have the court at the city building over Fostoria, if I
Yeah.
remember right.
Yeah.
Then another question is, why hasn't the rural areas of Seneca County had any input in this?
We're here every week at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, but okay, I know that, but there's, Seneca County itself has more population than the Australian Tiffin put together.
Yeah, I think that,
Rural.
yeah, I mean, I appreciate your comments. This is a rehash of conversations that we have had multiple times, in that the city of Tiffin is 17,000 or thereabouts. The county is 57,000 or thereabouts. We are here representing the county. We have verbalized that, asked for comment, have attended various village council meetings, have attended township trustee meetings, all of which for the purpose of bringing people up to date and inviting them to our meetings. There isn't a meeting that I go to that at the end, I don't say we meet at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays, please come.
Yeah, well, I just didn't know, I didn't see anything where, you know, the county, I mean, the townships were
Right.
really openly represented, and that's why I was wondering if they were closed out of it, or if they
No.
had the voice and didn't show up somewhere along the line. Okay, punt, that's it.
We openly want their comments.
Pardon?
We openly want their
Yeah,
comments.
well, the thing of it is that I seen that city 3-1 and 2, and I said, wait a minute, how does the city have 3 votes in this? And you clarified that before I even had the question asked it. So,
Yeah.
because if city of Tiffin had 3 votes in it and you guys had 1, holy mackerel, that'd be way out of proportion.
No,
you know?
yeah, that's not how it.
Okay, all right.
Good question. Loretta, you had a question?
Part of my concern is, as a concerned citizen, is that with the representation from the county, I'm thinking continuity would be better than switching to a new person. Isn't the mayor also continuing from the city?
Yeah, but there's only one mayor there and we have 3 of us, so.
I understand that, but I understand too that these meetings have been going on for well over a year, and going back to step 1 does not make sense to me. And I personally think that there should be continuity there from the county.
I agree, Loretta. I think that, I don't believe that we're going back to step 1. You know, we were able to jointly, between our meeting Monday, the city council meeting last night, when this is the first time we've got something passed almost simultaneously, that being the owner's representative. They've passed other things, of course, but that is really a step of progress. Because once that person is on board, then we go after the CMR, the construction manager at risk, and the architect. So even though it may, we have taken a step back, no question about that.
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
But we, you know, we have hit the reset button, and I'm not sure whether, as I said earlier, definition of insanity makes sense to do things exactly the same way, or to try to reconfigure that group so that we can move forward. I'm not sure what the answer to that is, but I can tell you that's the thought process.
Okay, well, I also observed that in 2013, there was the study, and both groups at that point, there was something about an 8.5 million Joint Justice Center.
Yes.
I know it's $10 million, we're 2 years later, and there was a considerable time lost when Mrs. Stacy was on the committee in terms of joint moving things, and things didn't move as fast.
When I was on the
That's part
committee?
of my concern.
When I was on the committee?
You and the mayor were going to be working some things forward.
Oh, that was just the operating agreement stuff that the legal
But
attorneys
things
are working
didn't
on.
move, and that's my concern.
Well, that's because we weren't ready for the leadership committee to do
Well,
anything with it. I mean.
We need to clarify the number. $8.5 million, Loretta, was always a construction cost, and there were always soft costs that weren't in that number. When Burgess and Nybel calculated the cost, they were talking purely about construction costs, and I think that number was $245 or $236 a square foot. I don't know. There's been so many numbers out there. I think it was $245 a square foot is where they came in at, and that was the $8.5 million number. Now, part of that was not the architect's fees, which will probably be around 8%, somewhere in high 7s or 8, and the CMR, or the owner's representative cost, and some soft costs, you know, attorney costs, et cetera, that come along with these projects. So I think the 8.5 was really still 10. Our concerns about lengthening the time and increasing the construction costs, I think, are valid, and my concern about interest rate costs increasing, I think is valid. But, you know, hopefully, we did pass one motion, as I say, last night as a group. And hopefully the next two are to come pretty shortly.
We made some great progress yesterday, so that was good. And yeah, the only committee I worked on, Fred was always on the leadership committee. I never even attended one of those meetings in his place. I think Mike might have won. Stacy accompanied a couple, but was just Derek and I, and then we met with Brent and started talking about, but we just didn't have enough detail to keep moving on a triple net lease concept. We kept getting in a stalemate because of not having enough information to move forward, so.
Okay.
Any other
Yes, It was
citizens?
the stalemate thing I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Long time span.
Any other citizens' comments?
Mr. Zach, it's good to see you here. Anything on your mind?
Not for
Totally
public
blank,
comment.
huh?
Not for public comment, I'm here to serve. Here to serve.
All right. Stacy says we have one more resolution, and then we can do our last executive session if time permits on schedules.
Yep, we had forgot this one. You guys had asked about the 057 last time, regional planning. The auditor's office asked us to rescind the board's orders of June 9th, 2015, volume 91, page 233, appropriation adjustment to the Seneca County Regional Planning Fund. They did not take it to their board. So
Oh, that was the
rescinding.
sub app to move money, and they need to go through their board,
Yep.
not us. Okay. I wondered, okay. All
You
right,
need a separate motion on that?
we need a motion on that.
Okay, I will move that the resolution be rescinded.
And I'll second that.
It's kind of getting to be a theme, but it's.
Hopefully just for the week.
Move one step forward
And we
and
won't
two
meet
back.
again. We have a motion and a second on rescinding that, and it's a procedural process. It came to the wrong place. Call roll, please.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yeah.
Commissioner Zoller?
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes, approved. All right, do I have a motion to go into executive session for the discussion of personnel? And we anticipate no action after this executive session other than adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded,
Motion and second, call the roll.
Commissioner Kirschner?
Yes.
Commissioner Zoller?
Yes.
Commissioner Stacy?
Yes, it's 11 o'clock, we'll go into executive session. Okay, I think we just need